What's happening, people? Dan Lawless here, back with another video, this time talking about the news that apparently Lanzini wants more money and is looking at possibly legal action to stop his automatic renewal of his contract. But before we get into that, this video is sponsored by OneFootball, the app that lets you go up to date with all the stats, news and scores. Link in the description down below. Also, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who came and supported my other channel, Dan, Damo and Jace. In my last video, I asked everyone to help me get to 500 subscribers, and we completely smashed that and got to 526, I believe, as of recording. So big thank you. Now we're fully on the road to 1,000. If you want to support us to get there, then I put the link in the description underneath the OneFootball one, as apparently not everyone can see cards. But yeah, big thank you. We've got a lot of good videos planned. At the moment, poor Damo is very ill. He's been in hospital. So if you're watching Damo's speedy recovery, mate. So Lanzini, the story has come out from ex-employee that Lanzini apparently wants more money. He's not happy with his current wage. This is after links in this past week to clubs like Fibonacci. I think it's Fibonacci. It was definitely a Turkish club, and I think it was Fibonacci. And River Plate from in Argentina have been linking sort of interest for Lanzini, looking to sign him. But the stories come out last night that Lanzini wants more money. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and he's come to a point where we've got the automatic renewal, where we have a clause where we can renew for a further 2 years automatically, unless we choose to terminate, I believe. So he is said to be looking and exploring options to put a stop to this automatic renewal, and he's potentially looking at legal action. And there's talk that the club, this was another story, I don't know if it was linked with ex-employee or someone else has added this, but there was talk that the club feel like he can win it and are potentially looking to cash in. Now, if this is true, this has got to be one of the most disgraceful moves that we have seen from a player in recent history, and that's including the Payet and the Arnautovic situation. At least Payet and Arnautovic contributed to the team. What has Lanzini done? He spent most of the season injured. The past few seasons, he's had on and off injuries. The club have supported him and stood by him for all of these injuries, and still want to give him more time and give him a further contract. And the way he repays us is by, as soon as his deal comes up and the automatic renewal, he wants to try and get legal action. It is just absolutely shameful behaviour. If it's true, I'm not gonna put 100% of my energy into an anti-Lanzini movement. It is still rumour and speculation, but it's from a decent source, a fairly reliable source. So it's really shameful if true. I mean, Lanzini, he hasn't really lived up to his potential at the club. He's never really filled the shoes of Payet that we really wanted to. His record for assists, goals and assists in the past few seasons is quite underwhelming. I mean, I think I said in the summer or January or something. I said earlier on this season, I said we need to sign a creative midfielder, and a lot of people replied to me, "We've got Lanzini, we've got Lanzini," and it's like he doesn't create that much. And also, if you look at these stats, he hasn't assisted that much either. Let's go back from 2015, 2016. 26 matches played, 6 goals, 2 assists. Not too shabby for his first season. He got quite a lot of praise that first season. Obviously, that's where he had that good link up with Payet and was looking at a potential sort of really good partnership there. Next season was probably it was the season he played the most games, and is his best season if you look at the stats. So 35 matches, 8 goals, 2 assists. Following that, 27 matches, 5 goals, 6 assists. And last season, 10 matches, 1 goal, 1 assist. So he's hardly prolific. He's hardly, a prolific goal scorer, and he doesn't get much assists for us. So what warrants him? He said to be on 70 grand a week already. How much money does he want? Does he want 90 grand, 100 grand, 120? What does he deserve? What does he feel that he should be earning? Is it all off his potential and the fact that he gets so much praise, which seems to be unjust? if we got a really good offering of like 30 million plus, I'd take it. I would absolutely take it. But the problem is now is he's weakening our hand. The fact that he's got 1 year left on his deal, and the fact that if he comes out and it becomes public that he wants to leave, it's going to make it very hard for us to get that money. I mean, if you've got the likes of River Plate and Fabinacci coming in for him, they're not going to pay big money. I think Nicky mentioned that River Plate's record signing was like 11 million. How much are they going to fork out for Lanzini? And it's stuff like this. It's definitely an shit, here we go again moment. It's just deja vu. How many times are we going to see this? These players, this is the problem. You get behind players, you put them on a pedestal, and they start getting delusions of grandeur, and all of a sudden want to leave or want a massive pay rise before they've truly earned it. So, yeah, I think if we can cash in on the bloke and get someone who can create more chances and get more assists for the team for an Arnautovic and a potential new other striker, we need to do it. I can't see the guy staying fit. He's picked up an injury nearly every season. So I think he's still relatively young. He's about 26, 27, but yeah, I just don't know what he expects, and I'm very reluctant to offer him more money when it hasn't been deserved. I would maybe put a clause in place or something, say, listen, Lanzini, right, look, we've got the 2 year renewal, but this is what we'll do for you. The end of the season, right, if you make X amount of appearances or get X amount of this in stats or minimum of this, this and this, then at the end of the season, we'll renew for say 3 years or something on like 100 grand a week or something like that. Put an incentivized clause into the contract and say, right, this is how you can earn more money, because or some sort of other performance bonuses or something. But I'd be very reluctant to sort of bump up his wage when he hasn't really earned it. Like I said, the club have stood by him and supported him, so he needs to show a little bit of loyalty back. He needs to show a little bit of gratitude to the club. I'd love to know what you guys think about it, but for me, he hasn't quite demonstrated on the pitch the ability in relation to the praise that we give him. He's definitely, he's a class player on his day. He's definitely got the quality there, but he just hasn't produced the goods on a consistent basis, and that's the problem. He does have a tendency to go missing at times. And that's been the big problem, that lack of consistency, to week in, week out, put out 8, 9, 10 out of 10 performance. And then of course then it's actually getting him to consistently be able to play games. So let me know what you guys think. Like, my opinion is no pay rise at all. And if we can try and get big money for him, get big money. Otherwise, just make him wait out his contract and let him go for free at the end of the season. I would rather do that. I would rather let him wait out his contract and sell him for like a 10 million. I mean, I don't know what wages he thinks River Plate could offer him. I'm not saying he's definitely trying to force a move to River Plate, but if he did, say he went to River Plate or Fabinacci, he's not going to get more money there. So I don't know. The club are obviously going to deal with it. I trust Pellegrini and Nusilos and everyone to just handle it in the right way and take it from there. And hopefully, like, I'm not going to completely turn on Lanzini based on the story. I'm just going to observe it, how it comes out. But from this story, it's pretty poor. It's pretty poor if it's true. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your opinions. Is Lanzini, has he earned a pay rise? Should he get a pay rise? Should we sell him? Should we let him ride out his contract? What do you feel? I mean, there's so many variables. Is he as good as we think? I don't know. It's a real tricky one. It's a real tricky one. I still feel like whether he stays or goes, we need another creative midfielder, someone who can create some clear-cut chances and enough chances. If we can get someone to create half the chances that Payet did when we had him, we'd be in a good position. So leave your comments in the link in the description below. Also, check out all our other videos. If you haven't watched already, Ryan's got them on the social up. And yeah, you can click our faces there to check out Dan, Damo, and Jace on our other channel, unless you're watching on Facebook and there's nothing there at all, and I'm just pointing at thin air. So thank you guys once again. One thing left to say: come on, you irons.